Buenas tardes y buen bonitos y todos. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shearer. I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password. Today is Sunday, May 22nd, 2022. We're continuing with our annual theme, which is Living Everyday Wonder, and the topic for May, which is emotions. The topic for today is looking anger in the eye. Each week, we open with a spiritual practice called Affirmative Prayer, also known as spiritual mind treatment. And this is a powerful tool and a practical tool that helps to shift our consciousness so that we are open and available to accept the good that is already present in our life. It aligns our thoughts with all good. So let's move into today's service with intention, as we do each week, with a reading from the Creative Thought magazine. And today, I'll be reading from May 20th, 2014. Just a reminder that spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person. So I invite you to close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. Today, I contemplate the vastness, completeness, wholeness, holiness, and beauty of God's love as me. The truth about me is that I am perfect God, perfect love, perfect being. I am, therefore, I love. I love, therefore, I am. Every atom of my body dances in perfect rhythm with the universal love song orchestrated by the living Spirit Almighty. My every function is obedient to the divine behest. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father, which is in the heaven of your consciousness, is perfect. With love as the essence of my very existence, my life joyfully unfolds in complete harmony. Everyone I encounter reflects the deep love that I feel for all. Every heart returns the love I freely share. Throughout my day, I pause frequently to center myself in the imperturbable stillness of pure love, and it becomes the basis of every decision. At work and at play, love is the rule and love is the heart of my way. Grateful for the transcendental truth that love is who I am and what I do, I release my word to the law of mind and watch and wonder as today the commandment to love one another becomes a living reality for all humankind. And so it is. And that was originally submitted by Reverend John Scott from Kingston, Jamaica. And as we do each week as well, let's together review our purpose, vision, and mission. We have a grand purpose here, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. And we do this by means of our vision, which is to educate and support each other so we can create the life we desire that works for us right now. And we do this by means of our mission, which is to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And so I'd like to welcome everyone. Please know that we honor each and every one of you, no matter what path you are on, what religion you have studied or practiced. Please know that each and every one of you is valued and you are loved and accepted here. Here we teach a philosophy called the science of mind. And it's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom. And we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, such as our opening mind treatment. And as I mentioned, we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. When Dr. Ernest Holmes first studied this teaching in the 1920s, he had read both Eastern and Western spiritual texts and used them to help create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. When asked to provide a concise definition of the science of mind teaching, he replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. In each week, we have an inspirational message that we offer. We meet Sundays at noon, and today will be our final day meeting at Winston's Bar and Grill on Calle Peru, number 1231. Afterwards, we will be meeting on Calle Venezuela 232. That's right in between Colombia and Peru. So if you have any comments or questions, you can either post them online wherever you are watching this, or chat with me in person or send me an email and I'll be sure to respond. Just to note that our new location is also noted on our website and will be posted on our Facebook page as well. So today's topic is about anger. And anger can be like a hurricane. In the eye of the storm, there is peace. Therefore, I can find calm waters in the midst of all the turbulence, and so can you. Our emotions are amazing resources that help us learn more about ourselves. And emotions can provide lots of great information. Our feelings and our emotions serve as a guide and processing center for areas of reflection, exploration, and growth. And there are so many of them to choose from on the emotions continuum. Being human, emotions are a default within our central response center. However, we all get angry at something sometimes. And it's good to know how to diffuse anger and a volatile situation so that we can receive a peaceful outcome. We can help calm the disturbance in the metaphorical anger storm by focusing on the eye of the storm, where there is peace and calm. By continuously cooling things down in any heated situation, the best resolution for all can be attained. So yes, we can all experience periodic anger, whether we express it outwardly or instead have inner rage. And it's smart to know how we process anger and identify ways to address it. When feeling anger, we may need to disengage and take a time out before we do or say something that we'll later regret. Things can quickly spiral out of control if we govern from or allow anger to fester. In an anger storm, we can focus on the center or the eye of the storm, where there is usually peace and calm. And this calm helps to diffuse the heat of the situation. By focusing on calm waters in the midst of an anger storm, we can allow the anger waves to crash out to the sea and turn our attention to what we want to experience instead. And we can choose to see serenity blue rather than raging red to combat the blinding debilitating, and constricting nature of anger and rage. And then things will begin to slow down. The debris and the muddy water clears, and clarity soothes our senses. From this calmer place, harmonious resolution can be achieved for all. We can then find peace, tranquility, and serenity instead of hostility, agitation, and frustration. I was witness to a situation involving a couple of friends the other day, and everything was fine until it wasn't. And an incident had occurred, and immediate anger ensued. At first, I thought they were just joking with each other, but their words and their actions suggested otherwise. They were both caught in the storm and seeing red. They were quite heated, and I didn't want to see it escalate any further. So I offered a solution which changed the situation back to peace, because that is what I was focused on. And it worked. Ernest Holmes said this: "Peace be unto thee, stranger. Enter and be not afraid. There is room in my house for all. Sit and rest and refresh your soul." So we can find peace in the midst of chaos. Just because there is chaos doesn't mean that peace isn't in the midst of it. The same way Thich Nhat Hanh could walk in meditative consciousness through bomb-ridden streets without getting hit, we can find peace in the midst of chaos if we set our intention in consciousness. Even if we're not fully shifted down from the anger incident to the degree that we're able to turn our attention from anger to peace while in the midst of chaos, we can draw ourselves into the space and energy field of peace. We command the winds from the storm to part, so to speak, so that we can find ourselves protected right in the middle of the peace at the center of the storm. This shifts both our external and internal experience to peace. In other words, we speak our peace for peace. We change our thinking and change our life. We calm everything around us from the inside out and bring peace in the midst of chaos. And this can work in any situation. Ralph Waldo Emerson reminded us of this. For every minute you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. So how much is your time valued by you? Imagine walking along a sidewalk with your arms full of groceries or something else. Your hands are full, and someone roughly bumps up against you so that you fall, and everything you are carrying is strewn out all over the ground. As you rise up from the puddle of the brokenness from perhaps eggs and juice and whatever else you had in your grocery bag, you're ready to shout out, "You idiot, what's wrong with you? Are you blind?" But just before you catch your breath to speak, you see that the person who bumped into you is actually blind. He too is sprawled on the floor with spilled groceries. And your anger vanishes in an instant. to be replaced by a sympathetic concern. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Can I help you up? Well, our situation is just like that. When we clearly realize that the source of disharmony and misery in the world is ignorance, we can then open the door of wisdom and compassion. Eckhart Tolle wrote this: where there is anger, there is always pain underneath. So when there's turbulence and tumultuous activity based on anger, we can seize control of the situation by sending the anger as waves crashing out at sea. The waves of anger can crash and thrash out in the middle of the sea while we focus on calm waters all around us. This can take practice and spiritual focus. We can use these spiritual tools to get grounded and centered, like meditation, focused, calm breathing, repeating a soothing mantra, prayer, or even lavender aromatherapy to help soothe and calm. For extreme anger, we might have to also take a drink of a soothing cup of tea, or put an ice pack on our forehead or our neck, or put our bare feet in the sand or some soil to help ground us, or even take a walk or a run to blow off some steam. These combined spiritual, mental, and physical efforts help refocus our attention to send the anger waves out to sea, while simultaneously calming the waters around us and soothing our senses. The point is to take command of our emotions rather than allowing them to command us and us responding to it. Sharon Salzberg wrote this: when you practice mindfulness of anger, you are working toward engaging with anger and all the emotions and thoughts that arise with presence and compassion. So what if our inner state started out as clear, but due to the anger, our inner state turned muddy? With anger, we get hot and flustered. Our hearts start racing. And often we don't think or speak clearly. We get anxious, defensive, and maybe even confrontational, like the event that happened the other day. Our clear state within turns muddy with anger. It started out a beautiful day, and just one incident muddied the water. To illustrate the analogy as an experiment, one could fill up a glass of clear water and then take another glass that is a quarter filled with mud or dirt or a different colored water, and fill it the rest of the way with the clear water. Obviously, the two glasses would look different. The clear water would represent a state of peace and calm, while the muddied water would represent the state of anger and murkiness. By pouring clear water into the muddy water and allowing it to overflow until it too became clear, it would illustrate the calming process that takes us from an angry to a peaceful state of mind. Peace overflows as clear water eliminates any signs of any signs of anger, muddiness, or murkiness. Jennifer Hadley wrote this: the anger I felt propelled me to find a spiritual solution, and that's led to the best part of my life. So always look for the spiritual tools and use them to help diffuse any situations that you are in the midst of chaos and storm and murkiness. Anger can cause us to heat up, lose our temper, and our control of our emotions. Anger, agitation, frustration, humiliation, or confrontation is not a place from which we can think rationally, negotiate compromise, or find an amicable resolution. Anger causes us to be reactive rather than proactive. And we can have a tendency to respond defensively. Be extra sensitive and take things more personally than usual. Anger can also provide an opportunity to examine what is really going on within that is causing this type of reaction. It can be a place of self-reflection and accountability, as well as open the door to greater compassion, empathy, and even apology if warranted. There could be hidden gems and treasures within, awaiting discovery through the emotion of anger. By using personal, spiritual, and mental tools to help us calm down, in addition to the other analogies and techniques that I've already shared, such as turning the muddy waters clear, sending the anger waves to crash out at sea, and finding peace in the eye of the storm in the midst of chaos. We can calm the waters and find solace. Calming anger takes force and willingness to shift in a different and more productive direction. And finally, in the words of wisdom from Benjamin Franklin, whatever is begun in anger ends in shame. And that leads us to our affirmation for the week. At the center of anger is peace and calm. And so now it's our time for mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today. Donations can be made using PayPal through our website. And our website is www.cslpv.org. Once you arrive on the landing page, you'll see a donate button. When you click on it, it will redirect you to your PayPal account, where you can make your donation in any way that serves you best. If you would like to send in a paper check, though, you can do so by addressing it to CSLPV, number 403, 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y8N1. And now, if you would like to join me in our offertory affirmations. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So just a reminder, you would like to have one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment to assist you with your emotions or to change whatever it is that you are experiencing in life to something better, please connect with me. And if you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, or if you would like to be a member of our Board of Trustees, please contact us and we'll be sure to send you the current forms. I'd also like to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. If you are interested in learning more about the Science Mind teaching, we are now offering a course called Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, which will be held online. Connect with me or check our website for more information and details. And as I mentioned, next week we will be meeting in person at our new location, Calle Venezuela, number 232. And this will be on the rooftop where we'll find peace and shade and hopefully a bit of a breeze. In the meantime, let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions are be able to create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Being in that eye of the storm, in the calmness, and sending those ripples out. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. May peace and love be with you. Thank you for coming and sharing this time together. Peace and blessings to all. Namaste.